like that.
Hey everybody, I turned my mic on, so we're about to actually go live now. Ready to turn your mic on? Yep. Oh, good morning everybody, and welcome to the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark. I'm your host, Manly Mark, talking to Phee like I am a Smee. Getting on to him about this mic, because I want it to be a good intro, right? It's a good intro, so it's like, this is the way it happens. It's, you turn, 3, 2, and at that one, you turn your mic on, and then it's silence until we turn the camera on, and then it's, hey everybody, welcome to another morning of the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark. We're glad you're tuning in.
That's the first time I've heard of the 3-2.
Well, no, but I mean, remember how we talked about this?
Never heard of it.
Remember how we talked about this yesterday? I mean, it doesn't have to be that exact thing. It's just the idea is that you don't want to turn on your mic and then say 3, 2, 1. Well, no, but usually I'm counting down, and in the middle of my countdown, you'll turn the mic on, and I'm saying.
Are you really counting that out loud, or you just like?
Yesterday I did. Yesterday, because I said 3, 2, and you was like.
How about a little heads up before you do it for the first time ever and then criticize me?
We've had this conversation 5 times.
I don't remember any of them.
I'm gonna bludgeon Phee.
Again, you're always about to bludgeon. I mean, you got my eulogy every day young way.
I just still cannot get over the fact that people thought you were dead.
You're just such a good actor.
Well, I don't know about that, but
that's what it is.
It genuinely, like tickled me to death.
I'm sure it did. But some people are triggered by things that when you think are funny, they might have been actually really unhappy and upset about it.
Well, like the person you talk to, like, do they think it was funny, or do they go, oh, I thought he was dead and that was just it?
Well, I haven't found anybody yet that came up and told me they thought it was funny I was dead, but maybe
no, funny that they thought for half a second you might be dead. Or, like, if I found you dead in the back room, would I really be coming on live while we're waiting on the corner?
I've had several calls from folks across the United States worried about me. So, no, I'm good. Healthy.
No, because you made it out of July.
Believe it or not, Fee's going swimming tonight, baby.
Where are you going swimming at?
He's breaking it out.
Where are you going swimming?
I mean, the location, it's undisclosed, man.
Well, I just mean, like, what's the occasion?
It's undisclosed. It is I have some children coming in from out of town to celebrate one of my son's birthday, and we're going swimming, so I feel break out the old swimming trunk.
Good. Well, I thought it was going to be something cool, like going on a date and you're going swimming or something, because I was thinking, Phee in that water now.
Yeah, well,
Phee in that water.
I love water, so everybody knows that. They know Phee, they know that.
Yeah, but guys, thanks for tuning in to this morning's show. We got a whole lineup for you this morning. We was talking before the show started about a few things we want to talk about, and the thing that interested me the most, just right off the bat, was how you were talking about Netanyahu in Gaza. Because, we were talking about this the other day. He's going to take control of Gaza. And so what are the developments with that? What's going on with that, Phee?
Netanyahu and his
cronies.
Yeah, they have approved a plan to take over. Remember, the whole world's going to come down on Israel, and they're obviously giving them plenty of opportunities and reasons to do so.
Well, it's almost like they want it.
But, he says they're going to stabilize all of Gaza, and they're going to get the hostages out. They're going to eliminate the mosque, and they're going to feed and eliminate the starvation that they're being blamed for.
What was the alternative to Israel occupying Gaza?
Well, the Arab states want Gaza to become like a multicultural resort area. And I think that's what it'll end up being.
Well, that's what Trump wanted.
Israel says that they don't have any plans to occupy Gaza long term. They expect there to be a governorship of United Arabs there, but they're fixing to clean it up because they're getting blamed for the world for all this.
Yeah, but wouldn't
aid?
Wouldn't you think that if they wanted to clean it up, that it might be in part because they want to be the ones who are in control of the narrative about what's actually happening on the ground?
Well, that might be. They're not going to be. People are going to continue to come against
them. Of course. But I mean, you can't stop all the reporters on the ground, which would be kind of a cool and scary job. Like a war correspondent, like one of those guys who's just running around with.
You can go over there for the Phee Smee network, and you could actually be on remote, and we can check in daily with you.
I guarantee
for the Manly Mark report.
I guarantee you that people would tune in if I was over in Palestine.
No, it wouldn't be Palestine; it'd be Israel.
Well, or Gaza, but
Right.
But isn't it interesting that it's funny that they named it Palestine?
I think that it's
funny. It's hilarious.
More concerning that people are so misled and deceived that this is going to be over Gaza. This two-state solution, 7-year temporary peace plan, is going to be over Judea, Samaria, the West Bank.
Oh yeah.
And what they do with Gaza after all of this is
sure, but
it won't matter. But,
right, yeah.
That's what they're talking about right now. Nobody mentions the West Bank.
No one even talking about
Gaza.
Or Judea or wherever.
Well,
but I just say it's interesting that the land of Israel was Palestine for the last however many years. It's just funny that they named. We're going to name it after your historical enemies, the Philistines. Isn't that just ironic?
Didn't David get on Goliath?
Ironic.
You remember that?
No, I wasn't there.
David was praying to God. He got tired of fighting those Philistines.
Who? David?
David, yeah. He just got tired of it.
Well,
Lord, you want me to go down there and do the same thing we're doing again?
Well, I don't know if this is the specific instance, but had the people in the days of Joshua done what they were supposed to, they probably wouldn't be having all those problems.
I think probably if people throughout time would have done what they were supposed to.
Well, yeah, but I just mean time and time again, you see, God told Joshua, get everybody out of the land. And then you see them sparing people, or letting these people, like the Gibeonites.
They got real close to getting the spirit of Amalek off this daggum planet, but they didn't. Mm-hmm. That one woman.
Now, I think they're the ones who possess the spirit. But that's beside the point. I mean, you see all these instances of, what a preacher was talking about just on Wednesday, the Gibeonites or something. I don't even know nothing about them, but they spared they saw Joshua's army coming, so they said, hey, let's just go make a deal with them instead of getting killed. So, they dressed up all poor and pitiful. Went and said, hey, can we make a covenant? We'll just serve you guys if you don't come in here and kill us. Yeah, okay, cool. So they made a covenant, But the problem was God told them to run all the people out. So later on, the Gibeonites are there to serve Israel. Long story short, King Saul, dishonors the covenant with the Gibeonites. And so God punishes Saul, for that. But it's just interesting, even though the covenant was made against God's, wishes, hey, run everybody out, God still punished them whenever they didn't follow through with that covenant. So, I mean, they just keep bringing trouble upon themselves when they originally didn't run all these people out of the land. And I just think you see that reflected today.
They're going to continue to give land for peace, which every time they do, bad things happen.
But I just wonder if that's going to actually happen in today's modern times.
It will.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm interested to see.
It will. It will. I think it's going to happen in September. I think there'll be something that before they actually...
In September? What's going to happen in September?
The United Nations are going to propose a two-state solution. And if they do that before they sign it, which what it'll be the next meeting that they proposed and voted on.
How are none of these people just so impatient? Because even if I was the president, I'd be like, hey, let's do this tomorrow, guys. Write up these papers. Hey, get ChatGPT to write them up. They do it quick.
Isn't it amazing that when you make something a priority, it gets done quicker?
Well, I mean, I guess world peace isn't a priority.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No. But has it ever been?
No, not for the people who are in control.
Well,
that make money off of war and
we're looking at you, John Bozeman.
And arms. And there again, there's the stock market. We talked about that last night. Hey, gold futures at an all-time high. I think Phee last November told them to invest in gold, and they're at an all-time high after these tariffs. People don't know what it's going to affect. Are they going to quit buying goods because they cost more?
Not sure.
So, what's the bottom line going to be to the net gain for the U.S.? The safe play is gold. And so gold futures now at an all-time high, which if you stay at the Phee Smee network, you'll find that we can give you the latest.
You just got to have a little bit of money to get that gold.
That's right. Well, gold's, but you can buy silver.
Yeah,
the silver's a poor man's
gold.
Gold.
Well, I heard they kind of go up at very similar whatever.
They will move on the same line up or down most of the time. But
Are you a gold guy? Do you have a gold reserves or stash?
I have a bunch of gold. I really love gold. But the Newsom man in California.
Okay, what about him? Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom in California. He these wildfires took out a whole bunch of homes. They got the Olympics in 2028. Malibu's unhappy. So he's making some concessions about these multi-homes. He is going to these 15-minute cities. They're going to replace all these huge homes in L.A.
Yeah.
With all of these multifaceted, multi-family, 15-minute cities.
Yeah.
Putting more people, and they cite the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line is, well, there's a lot of people, because they didn't have water to fight those fires, that think that it was done on purpose.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
And to get move all these homes and wealthy people away.
Well, not only that,
in order
but
to build these 15 minutes multifamily cities.
but not only that, but they destroy your homes, and then they treat you like they're doing you a favor by offering you a very discounted price on your now ruined land and property. Well, we'll help you out. I mean, we should just take it all because eminent domain, it's not worth anything. But we'll pay you a small fee for it or whatever. But
people are going to continue to get paid for doing nothing.
yeah, and then the insurance companies,
that sanctioned World Economic Sanction System.
Mm-hmm. It's the 15-minute cities sound kind of nice in of themselves. They weren't used for control. The idea that everything I need to live and work is within a 15-minute walk sounds great. Sounds great. Be cool. But you just can't ever have anything good whenever
Utopia, baby.
Yeah, you can't ever have anything good whenever it's their version of heaven on earth. But.
Yeah, you certainly can't. What amazes me is, again, on the Phee Smee Network, a lot of people think Manly Mark has lost his mind, and you got the United States now coming out and saying that these UFOs, they might be real.
Well, and I realize it's just I am particularly for a very very narrow audience. I realize the most majority of people probably just tune out when I start talking about these odd things because they just has no relevance to the real life. They don't realize that it does yet.
They don't, do they?
No,
I didn't.
No.
But if you want to look at it. It's pretty ugly when they start talking about, the UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we've talked about that's a possibility of how they're going to deceive everyone as far as the second coming of Jesus.
Or they might
Christ.
even, there's talks about Project Bluebeam being a false second coming of Christ, in that they might just try to fake the second coming in of itself. Have you ever heard that theory?
Yes.
They'll project a Jesus in the sky, and then
I think that's
but
we talked about that last night.
Oh, okay. Well, but what some people suggest is that they're trying to manipulate these events, the building of the third temple, this, that, to give the appearance that, okay, hey, a majority of Christians believe the end times are going to unfold just like this. If we make it happen, pretty much the way it says, and fake a Jesus coming out of the sky with drones or space projections, I don't know, whatever technology they already have. How many people? I mean, but the scary thing about that is, how would someone like me or you even identify that that's a deception? You know what I'm saying? Because it's well, what do I have to know even more than I know now that if I saw Jesus coming out of the sky, touching down, how am I going to know it's a hologram? You know what I'm saying? But so it's that's the scariest deception I think there is, because, well, this seems like the end times, I believe. It seems like Jesus for real coming down the sky. Okay. But
there's one game plan.
Yeah, but wherein lies the understanding that is deception? Does that make sense?
You better know your Bible.
Well, I know, but I mean, if they fake it like it says,
that's what they're going to do, or they'll do an alien invasion, or they'll do something that is either so close to what the majority. Remember, we have a jaded view of that in America. We're the only country on the face of the earth that still has 50% of the population that believes there is a God.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
and so Christianity, everybody thinks is a big deal in the United States, but around the world,
It ain't.
it's not as big a deal. I mean, you got the Islamic.
Muhammad, the guy.
has got 25% of the market share of the religion. So around the world, they're definitely going to be able to deceive people more so than in the United States.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it'd be easy. I mean, think about it. Like, they just make the book Left Behind or the movie Left Behind somewhat happen in real life. People are going to lose their minds or fall. I don't know, man. But that's the spookiest scenario to me because, okay, Lord, this is you. Let me know, but it looks like you coming out of the sky. But I don't. I mean, what do you? Because what would be the?
I think that'll be a telltale what he looks like because the 15th century French and European artists that drew him, that people actually see him with the little long beard and the blue eyes and the black hair or dark hair and
I mean, I will say there
a little lamb on his lap.
Yeah.
They really they paint a great picture of my Lord, but that might not be the way he looks. He might have some white hair and dadgum eyes like fire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that in part was just allegory or metaphor, but yeah.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, because it's quite literally just describing Jesus as the way that I think it was Daniel or whoever, Ezekiel, I can't remember which particular book described the Ancient of Days. Yeah, I mean, of all people, you would know, like, the Ancient of Days had wool hair, like hair, and then the eyes and the bronze and feet. And it's like, well, he described Jesus the exact same way because you're supposed to say, wait, Jesus is God? I mean, that's the whole point. But, I mean, yeah, if he comes down actually looking like he's got wool head and red eyes and bronze feet and stuff, that's going to be like, what's a spooky Jesus?
You don't know.
I mean, are we getting a spooky Jesus? Or are we getting
I think you're probably going to get, hey, this is what has been taught by the Western civilization. This is what's been taught by the Eastern civilization. This is what's been taught
well,
these
yes.
years. But we're going to bring it all together because you guys didn't have it right, but you were close in this way. But
I just wonder how would even me and you identify that deception?
I don't think we're going to be deceived.
Well, I would hope
not.
not.
I have an advantage of that.
Yes, but
and you know me, so
yes. But what I'm simply saying, we talked about this the other day. What if your vision of the second coming was actually the vision of the fake second coming? And you're thinking, oh, I saw the real coming, but
again,
then
you're thinking about
too much. I'm thinking too much.
The Lord's going to show me the defensive plan in order to help the people, tell them what they're going to try to fake. That doesn't work. So with me.
But
that's what you.
But you know what didn't work with Jonah?
Possibility.
You know what didn't work with Jonah? Having to go get the Ninevites to repent. But I'm just simply saying.
Well, he had a choice in that. To not go to Nineveh.
Did he? Did that whale swallow him and really give him a choice?
He actually went the other way for the whale to eat.
That's what I'm saying. Well, but he went the other way and the whale took him back.
Well, God has a way to bring his people back.
The only point I'm making is that the end times are going to be so rife with deception that it's just like,
You're living in them.
Well, yeah, but like, what if they just literally make it appear as if Jesus is coming back? How would those who are supposedly looking for the deception identify that? That's all I'm saying. I don't know. That's scary.
So folks that think they're going to be raptured out of here,
well, yeah, they're going to be deceived.
They're going to be really unhappy if they see Jesus in the sky and they're not transformed into their body.
Well, so it might not fool them then.
Well,
because they'd be like, well, this is fake. I'm not transfigured. Okay, well,
there you go.
It'd fool me and you because we'd be thinking, well, yeah, we didn't get raptured.
You ain't fooling me. So,
well,
when the Antichrist stands in that temple, then you'll know, and I'm just going to continue to just read the Word of God, and we'll just keep going from there.
Okay.
So, what do you think about the UFOs? That was one of the things you talked about before they started saying they were real.
It's going to be a deception.
Naval officers they're having to uncover that these dadgum underground UFOs
Well,
are
I mean,
coming out of the oceans.
and the military's been releasing like actual footage of the UFOs or UAPs as they call them now, which is stupid for the last 3 or 4 years. Just no one's been paying attention. But I think it's going to be used for deception, and that's the whole point: to deceive us about our origins, humanity's origins, to deceive us about the probably the cosmos, and just to lead us away from God. I think that's the point.
The evidence is too hard to ignore, says Navy officials.
But it might reach a point where we will be comfortable allowing and having demons walk among us. We're just going to reframe them as visitors from other planets. I don't know. You've seen the Twilight Zone episode where I'm sure where it's like the aliens come from the planet, weird planet, and they cure all man's diseases. They grow jungles in the deserts and produce, and just essentially they fix all humanity's problems, and they befriend humanity and this and that. And the protagonist in the story, he's skeptical of them the whole time, like that, distrusting this and that. Long story short, they start taking people back to their planet for as visitors because they're friends, this and that, and like, well, we got sports like baseball on our planet, and you guys got to try our food and this and that, and so people are just going in droves because they want to visit the planet. Long story short, it gets to the end where the guy realizes at the very end, there's a book that the leader of the aliens carries around, and that's where all the secrets of the technology come from. Long story short, it gets to the point where they realizes that it's a cookbook, and that they're taking these humans to their planet so they can consume them. But it's like, and fixing all the world's problems was just to fat them up, and so whatever.
People think that's crazy, but what they're going to load up a whole lot of folks supposedly going to Mars, and then they're going to have AI showing them that they're working there and telling them to come on up.
See, that sounds crazy, but
that's possible. I mean, I'm telling you, you don't know how far this AI is, and you don't know how this far and deep these puppet masters are dealing with all around the world. And it's just God's just he's just saying, they don't have any idea the power that I have, and he's going to mess with their minds. He's going to mess with their technology. Mm-hmm. He's going to mess with everything and anything. He'll have them so confused before it's over with that they won't even know where they're buying them.
No. Well, I just wonder how long before someone close to you says, Phee, you gotta stop hanging out with that Mark guy. He's making you a little crazy.
No.
But you know what I mean?
They already think
But do you know what I mean?
June 24th, 2023. So that's not going to matter. And bottom line is, Mark, here's the truth. Before I spent any time with you, before I knew you, I wouldn't have given any credibility to some of the stories that you talk about.
Of course. And not everything I say is right.
Now that I know you,
or true.
And everything that you're talking about and have talked about seems to really be coming to the surface. Mm-hmm. And it's, although still most people wouldn't believe it.
Oh, sure.
They're going to have to, as the evidence continues to pile up, they're going to start saying, how did this guy know?
It's just all around you. Look.
So
listen.
I'm very impressed with the opportunity of your knowledge on things I had no knowledge about. But I am very knowledgeable about certain things.
Oh, sure.
And I'm telling you, they interact with what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They make sense.
Well, there's a lot of connection points between the things we talk about. Whereas you might think this just affects me and my home, the policies of this or that. Well, yeah, it does. But then there's a spiritual aspect of the implications of these things and the people pulling the strings and making these decisions or whatever. I don't know. But I had my brother trying to tell me yesterday, if you're out there listening, fool, he's like, oh, well, this Phil guy, he knows everything. He's always keeping you in check. And I said, what? He lets me go off on whatever I want to, essentially. But I'm like, he don't know. He don't know.
Your brother knows that I'm, obviously the talent on the show.
I mean, the night with Phee's getting all the hits, man.
I don't know.
But I think it's probably because it's the most relatable and the most applicable things that we talk about, if that makes sense.
I enjoy doing it because of the prophecy questions and the and the relationship
well,
questions
I'm
and the sports questions. That's what I love. All
I'm riding those
things.
coattails regardless. If the watch Phee take a pee takes off, I'm
That's
riding those
coming.
coattails.
I mean, that's coming. We're looking forward to. I'm sure that.
Check out I watch Phee take a pee every weekday at 3 a.m.
I was up last night at 3, eating walnuts, peanut butter.
Well, you know, but the thing, you know, what's funny?
Watermelon.
You know, interesting. What you should do is take that phone and when you wake up in the middle of the night, just go live and do not, be like.
I thought I was live all the time.
Well, I know, but I just mean then it would be personal. You know, it'd be like the late. It'd be like not
Yeah,
with
late,
Phee. late with Phee. But
Mr. Mouse.
I'm serious. You could just
losing weight. This heat's got me playing golf.
Well, you say that I'm losing weight. Yes, I'm down like.
I was up last night.
156.
Mr. Mouse was eating. You weighing 156?
Yes, my pants are fitting and they're all too loose, and I don't like. I like not loose fitting clothing.
Yeah.
But I just
muscle wasting's wore me.
Well, I don't know if I'm muscle wasting.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me.
Well, that's just because you're terminally ill.
Again, I'm fixing to just get buffed on them. I'm fixing to start doing.
I've told you we need to go get swole.
I'm not getting.
We need to be sidewalk
you
cracking.
Want me to sign up for a dadgum gym membership and go in there and pump iron? I ain't doing it. I'm just not.
It's good for you.
Yeah, for you.
It'd be good for the best thing for someone in your predicament would be to gain
yoga.
Band work, to gain
push-ups.
Let me finish. To actually gain some muscle mass. That's it.
I've lost a lot of it.
I know, and you're only going to lose more. So the best way to gain muscle mass is heavy lifting.
If you want to build muscle mass, you need testosterone. As a building block, you need amino acids.
Okay, well, Phil's going to get on
proteins.
Phil's going to get on testosterone replacement therapy, and then
do not. I'm not getting on any of that.
Well,
I'm going to do some push-ups and sit-ups and be a real lean, mean fighting machine.
Well, let's see it. How many push-ups do you think you could do? I can.
Right now?
Yeah, I couldn't do
in
everything.
a row.
Yeah,
man, that'd be. I used to do 200 a day, but I might try that on camera one time. Yeah, I might be able to get maybe 10.
10? Now, are we talking good push-ups or like?
I would be doing good ones or I wouldn't do them. I
Okay.
make my students, when they mess up at my sessions,
do it
5
over?
push-ups.
Yeah.
5 push-ups. And some of them can't do one push-up the right way, but they're at 8. And I've got, got other ones that can just jump down there. I got one little boy, I'm telling you what a player. He's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
He just jump down there and do as many push-ups and run as long as you want to run.
Sure. I can go run, but push-ups, I'm not a real strength guy. And I'm also in a state of weakness right now.
You're a farm country boy.
I don't know about that. As far as push-ups, I could probably do 25, but that's bad. Yeah, and that's maybe because I'm in a weakened state right now.
You can't jump down and do 20 to 50 push-ups, especially if you're young at a time. Then you're really behind.
Well, now I've never been able to do 50 in a row, but I've never practiced.
You've not done 100 at a time.
Well, I've just I've never dedicated myself to saying I'm going to increase the amount of push. It's always been, say, every 6 months. I wonder how many push-ups I can do, and then I'll just knock out a set and be like, okay.
Well, my biggest, I guess, the thing that I miss most about my body, besides my legs, are my shoulders.
Oh, your shoulders?
They just, I had really nice shoulders because of the swimming and the athletic. But, man, my shoulders, they continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And my son, the younger boy, he's been lifting weights now for about 8 months.
Sure.
You can really see.
Looking good, huh?
His shoulder and chest and back and his legs, he's looking bowled up.
Any amount of time I spent in the gym, I always didn't have trouble with shoulders, but chest. I could never grow my chest, But
well, if you'd have done the breaststroke and the butterfly and swimming when you were younger, you'd build those chest muscles. And but no, you look like that you're a country boy strong. If you put some weights on the bench press, you might not be able to do 200.
I don't know about that,
but
I never have been able to.
But if
literally,
if they told you to bale hay all day. You can do that.
Yeah, I know. It's weird how that works though. Because literally, I've never been able to bench. I stopped playing football in 9th grade, but my max as far as that has been has never been that much. But yeah, I know I can go pick up a rock if I had to. It's just weird how that there's a difference in that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's what you talk about.
What do you think the science is behind that? Like, what do you think that is on like a musculature
mass
level?
versus technique, strong versus they teach you the correct and proper way to lift weights, you can lift a lot of weights.
Yeah.
But if people haven't taught you, you're not going to lift that much
Sure.
weights. But if you go out in the backyard and they want you to wheelbarrow dirt for 8 hours, that would be something you could do that those weightlifters that would
don't know.
give 4 reps of 8 or 10 wouldn't.
I want to learn how to lift weights correctly, just because I'm getting to the age where
Don't
I
be
either
in the 8th grade and junior high, because those coaches don't even teach them how to
No.
lift weights. Don't even go in there. Don't even use
No.
the weight belts.
no, I'm getting to the age where I either need to lock in and be healthy and build a good foundation of muscle for the next 30 years, or I'm just gonna waste away or get fat or
At
something.
your age, I would build as much mass
yes.
as I can. I think you'll find that there's a correlation with mass and old age.
Yeah, and I've
an
seen like
older-
grip strength correlates with longevity, and they say apparently calf diameter. Now, not being a large person, but just like
So I've got a good shot with my calves.
yeah. I mean, I don't know about your liver or kidneys, but
Our skin.
well, yeah, but I don't think your skin's going to kill you unless like you get just an infection.
Skin kills a whole lot of folks,
Well,
baby.
yeah.
It kills a whole
I think it's
lot
what
of
people are putting on their skin and in their bodies that affect their skin. Because people eat the seed oils and then they sunburn a whole lot worse as opposed to if you're eating a natural diet.
Shoot, they got so many toxins in sunscreen.
Sunscreen is I've seen at one point they
telling you.
say they can find the traces of the sunscreen in your blood 10 days after
Yes.
application. I don't
They don't have any idea what that sunscreen is
I don't
going to
let- I
deliver.
don't- I
have
don't-
no idea.
I don't let my wife put on my kids. I don't let my wife wear
Well,
it.
there's some
I don't
natural.
wear like look at me. I've got a good tan, right? I look pretty good, right? I went out, I got
You
in the
look
sun.
white compared to everybody else in your family.
Well,
everybody else, your family's dadgum looks like Indians,
Well-
and you look like you're an Irish boy.
Got those good European genes. But that's beside the point. The point I'm making is if you build a solar callus, you're a whole lot better off than if you just slather on this poison toxic goop on you. And not only that, but like since they've introduced sunscreen, skin cancer rates have actually went up.
I know.
It's poison, man.
I know. I put it on all my kids
And
when
think
they were kids.
and think about it. Like think
And
about
I
it like
used
this.
for 6 months playing golf before I did a deep dive in and thought, this is killing. I mean, you'd much rather get sunburned.
Yeah, I'd rather get sunburned.
Much rather get the sun damage for you.
Well, I do. And now I say that, watch me have moles that need looking at. I don't know.
That'd be okay compared to what they're doing to the liver
Well,
with the sunscreen.
Not only that, but the idea that, and this goes back even to ties into like the anti-human agenda, in that
Just hear what this is. To me, that seems so strange. The anti-human agenda. If people talked about like that around me for 57 years, I'd be like, I got to get out of this rascal.
Well-
Now I am actually in a business talking about what?
the anti-human agenda.
Anti-human
We talked. We
agenda.
talked about. Me and you talked about this the other day on air when
I
when we
know.
talk about like climate change and the net zero carbon. Well, humans breathe out carbon. Oh no, we're bad for the earth. The point I'm saying is the anti-sun propaganda is inherently anti-human because what gives life to everything on Earth?
The sun.
The sun is literally the source of life for everything on the planet.
And who made the sun?
God.
Okay.
Who's the son of God? The sun.
I like that.
The sun. But the point I'm making is you're telling me that everything's thrived under the sun for however long the Earth's been here, and now it's the only thing the sun's poisonous to is me, humanity.
You know
Maybe
why?
that's because
they thinned out the atmosphere, and now the rays are stronger.
that's true. I mean, not only that is kind of true, but it's also the stuff we consume that the sun is toxic to us because we consume toxins. I mean, that's full real.
Trace minerals.
Not only
baby.
that, but think about it like this: people's. You hear things like sun gazing, and people immediately make fun of it and say, "You want me to go stare at the sun, idiot?" Make a joke of it, but think about it. Our ancestors woke up every morning with the sun, looked out at the horizon. They weren't staring into the sun, but they were watching the sunrise, looking at the horizon, watching. Right, and the sun was going
them
into their
energy.
eyes, gives them not only energy but vitamin D, and it heals the eyes. And like I've seen people heal their myopia from sun gazing in the early morning for a few minutes every day in the evenings. But think about it, our ancestors literally did that. Didn't have as many problems with their eyes.
They didn't have eye doctors.
Right, but
They didn't have bad diets.
But you look at these, but that ties into sunglasses are bad for you because you wake up and get that sun in your eyes. You release hormones that protect your skin against the sun.
That wake up your body and let them know that you're on that daytime cycle.
Yes,
and their body's got to get
but that's a whole separate topic. It ties into your sleep schedule, your sleep cycle, and how that affects your day-to-day life. But it even ties into you get more damage from the sun by wearing sunglasses than you would if you don't, because your body, the sunlight going into your eyes makes your body release a hormone that protects your skin.
Polarization of your iris will release those enzymes.
And I don't know the
hormones.
specifics, but everything we do is an inverse to the sun's poison. Like we're vampires. Like
the leg bones connected to the. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Well,
it's all connected.
Yeah,
and the sun is definitely gives energy, especially in the morning.
Yeah,
if you're on a morning cycle where you're getting up, you're an early bird, you're getting up at 5 or 6, you see the sunrise. I'm going to tell you right, if people would get up and see the sunrise,
oh yes,
it would impress them.
It would not only impress them, but it would I think it would actually be good for them. They would sleep better, they would wake better, they would have more energy to go about the day. And that's what I am. If we could match as close to as possible the day-to-day activities of our ancestors without having to give up our technology. I mean, that's what people are doing, the sun gazing, just being in the sun, rejecting sunscreen. Like, tell me for all of human history, we've been out in the sun outside, and now all of a sudden we're dying of skin cancers? Come on. And if you think about it, you see a lot of these celebrities like YouTubers. There's one specifically, what was his name? Ninja or something. I don't watch the YouTubers or the video game players, but he had a skin cancer on the bottom of his foot. Well, he's chronically indoors, for one, but then on the bottom of his foot, something that's not exposed to the sun. You find these cancers in places that are actually not that exposed to the sun. And it's like, okay, what's that saying about it in general? But I don't know. Don't get me on.
Well, I mean, if it's on your chest or your back, how many times are you actually in the sun a day without a shirt on?
Sure.
And if it's on the bottom of your feet or on the, your ankles, I mean, there's a whole lot of things that. My daddy had several taken off his nose and his face and his back.
Sure.
My mother not as many, but my father had a lot of moles.
Well, and that's a little more reasonable. I'm not saying the sun won't give you cancer.
But melanoma is serious.
It is, but I think that's in part because of the slop, the goy slop that they feed us.
But that's everything's back to diet, nutrition.
Yeah.
What do you consume? What do you put in your body? Think about it. You open your mouth, you put something in your body, it goes through your body, comes out, okay, as waste. What has that food has gone all the way and given you all the nutrients. If you don't get that, then your brain fogs. Your thyroid is overworked.
Yeah, and
your liver's overworked.
It affects it from the bottom up. Well, and then not only that, but then you fry your adrenal glands, or you fry these hormone receptors or this or that, and I mean
Then you start taking medicine that's artificially masking the problem, and now your body's not actually producing what it needs to. But yeah, it just tickles me that over the last 2 or 3 years, anytime somebody says, "Hey, you want some sunscreen?" I'm like, "No, y'all go ahead. I'll take the coconut oil, Hawaiian tropic coconut oil that I put on when I was a kid,
and I'll do a little.
It smells really, really good.
And I'll do a little plug. You can find natural sunscreens made out of like beef tallow.
I know, and
like Van Man. Look into Van Man.
Van Man. My in-laws.
Van Man.
My in-laws definitely
Van Man
have that exact natural sunscreen. The matriarch mother found.
Who, Van Man?
Whatever you're calling it.
No, I know Van Man's more of a modern company.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But the point is,
all
of these
talks about stuff that I've never heard. These students say words I've never heard.
Oh, no,
saying words. Van
Man, a man who started a business out of a van. Van Man. But the point is, he makes products like sells beef tallow balms, chapsticks, shampoos, sunscreens.
He's not making any of that.
Yeah, he is. He was at first, but now I'm saying he's probably he's not like making millions yet. He's not that big, but I mean, he might be. But the point I'm making is he probably has people making them now. But the point being is he sells, one of his key selling points is all of these products that you use on your skin should be edible. That's the point. They should be edible.
Well, that makes sense.
And that's
because they're from herbs,
Herbs
fruits,
and animal products.
foods, animal products.
Right, like you wouldn't go take a bite out of your stick of deodorant, but well, okay, why not? What would that do to my insides? Well, what are you slathering on you? Dementia and Alzheimer's are running rampant in our society. Well, what do they find in high levels in people's brains with Alzheimer's? Oh, aluminum. Oh, well, oh man, my armpits are sweaty. Oh, let me rub this stick with the active ingredient, aluminum zirconium, and slather it on so it blocks my sweat pores. So not only are my lymph nodes getting inflamed, which increases the odds of breast cancer in women, for real, but it's leaching aluminum into my body and my brain.
They understand that if they play the long game, that nobody cares. If you're telling people the exact thing to help them, and what they're thinking is, what does this guy want me to do? I mean, my 4-year-old's I'm gonna let him get burned. I'm just gonna spray the sunscreen on him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
that's what they think.
Well,
and then 10 years later, they can't, or 20 years later, they can't have kids because their thyroid's so messed up. And they got PCOS and endometriosis.
Well, and I felt uncomfortable the other day because my wife told, I guess it's my mother-in-law said something like, we hadn't done any vaccines, and I just thought, why are you telling people that? Don't be telling people that, because then I don't know. I just
makes you nervous to let people in on your
not only because
worldwide.
Not that I'm worldwide. It has nothing to do with being on the podcast. It's just in the back of my mind. Well, what if they're super pro, want to take my kid and do it under? I know that's hard now, but just I have those ideas. Not that my in-laws would do that. I love them, but then I also think I know they are pro-vaccine, so I don't want them to think I'm an idiot or try to argue the case with me because my mind's already made up. So anything I could say, even whether it's a good argument or not, doesn't matter. So it's I'd rather keep that to myself. I mean, in the sense of
Well, I think I wouldn't say it on.
Well, no, I mean, I don't mind saying it on there in the sense of I think you should have the choice. And in Arkansas, thankfully, we essentially do. We do have those choices.
I continue to tell people, Mark, over and over and over, that we're going to have tons of civil unrest, terrorist attacks, cyber attacks.
Regardless of me vaccinating my children or not, I think everybody should wait at least 2 years to even consider certain vaccines. That's the point. I might in the future, but I'm waiting.
You're not. I don't think you're going to. I told them last night they're going to. This United Nations are going to have. Here's your cancer vaccine. Here's your leukemia vaccine.
Well, and see, that stuff is.
They're just going to continue.
And that stuff's tough because it's if I knew that they had all these cancer vaccines and they weren't poison and going to give me their cancer, then it'd be like, well, great, thank you. But
they told you you wouldn't get COVID if you took the COVID vaccine. Do you? I mean, you of all people, you want to believe the people that are giving the vaccines doing that are?
Well, no, I'm not going to. I just wish I could.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
I wish I could believe in Santa Claus and Easter
Bunny too,
but I can't.
I wish we could live in a society where we actually had trust and they had good intentions. So I'm saying it would be.
Good luck with that.
Well, yeah, that's not our reality. I'm just saying it would be great if they gave us a cancer vaccine that was actually just a cancer vaccine. It would keep us from getting cancer and not give us myocarditis or make us technically not human because it's altered our DNA to the point where, salvation only is for humans. So these people who've altered their DNA, are they still human? Now, that's just a little rabbit hole that's not actually true because this cup of coffee alters my DNA. This air I'm breathing alters my DNA. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a stretch. Environment. So, people wanted to make the argument with the COVID vax, but
I get it.
But I just brought that up as an example.
Well, what I was saying about deception and all the civil unrest that you're going to have that I've seen, and I'm thankful to the National Guard and our first responders. But in New York, you've got you've got this socialist communist gaining more and more momentum, and now he's just telling his constituents that he is the biggest threat to Donald Trump. That Donald Trump and he will be his biggest enemy. And folks are just eating it up.
Oh, okay.
So I guess they're going to actually. Here's these prophecy people think New York's Babylon. I mean, it's just tickles me.
Well, that's a song my brother wrote about it. New York's under fire, destitute within the hour.
Well, they lobby on fire, but they ain't Babylon.
Watching,
anyway, they're going to...
City burns to its knees. I'm saying he saw the vision, man.
Did he? Did he?
He had a vision. He wrote the song.
Well, I like the song, I guess.
I mean, although you could compare, I'm sure, any large city that's going to burn in the end times to Babylon, in a sense, a smaller little B Babylon. So in a sense,
New York City is not Babylon, and I'm sure that your brother wrote a great song.
Well, he did, but do you not hear what I just said? Like
any city that is on fire could be Babylon.
Well, but I mean, just saying. But you didn't hear the point.
Okay, I'm old again. Remember?
Yeah, and it's just like
it bothers
sometimes.
you.
Well, yeah, because it's just like little B Babylon, as in the real Babylon, and the end days will be the main manifestation. But I'm just simply saying the way that New York is, regardless of if its role in the end times, that's regardless. But you could just model its activity and behavior after or as a predecessor to a greater coming Babylon, as in like the day of the Lord, right? The dispensationalists view these events and certain things in the Bible as little d day of the Lord's, or like when God would do this or that, little d day of the Lord. But there is coming a capital D, the final, the great, the awful, terrible day of the Lord, if that makes sense. Like you could describe like antichrists. There were people throughout history who matched certain characteristics of the Antichrist. What did that mean? They were the Antichrist? No, they were an Antichrist, but pointing to the fulfillment of the real one, if that makes sense. So I'm just comparing Babylon, New York to Babylon in that sense. Not that it's the Babylon, but
well, they've got several markers.
Yeah, in the context.
Precursors.
Oh yeah, in the context of evangelical American.
Yes.
Yeah. Over
I
New York.
Say evangelical the other night.
You told me about that.
I mean, it was so bad. When that camera's on you, sometimes you just draw a blank.
Well, and I hate when it's words you use
that you say all the time.
Yeah.
Evangelical. I mean, I had the toughest time.
Which I didn't mean to get off on the tangent, so I apologize, Phee.
But you're fine. I enjoy your tangents.
Well, I was just trying to explain.
All I was saying is your brother wrote a great song, and New York's not Babylon, but this socialist communist movement in our country is real, and it's in our largest city.
Yeah.
So when are people going to realize what they're trying to do?
They're not, because they're distracted.
They're too busy.
Whether that be anything. But that's the thing, though, is there are people who waste their lives paying attention to these things.
Naval officers are confirming UFOs in the ocean are legitimate threats. That's on the news. And I'm sitting there thinking, what? A communist mayor candidate is dogging our president.
Okay.
And he's the biggest threat to him, and the folks are going nuts over him. You got real problems. Everything we're saying is going to happen.
Yeah. Now I don't know the aliens' role in how all this is going to happen, or even if it has a role.
Mark, you just got to be creative to the point to say, how are they going to get the whole world, deceive the whole world? And it's World War III, eliminating a third of mankind, and then telling them and selling them that it ain't going to happen again if you hang out with us.
Yeah.
If you let us control it.
Yeah.
But how are they going to do it with the alien invasion or the Jesus coming back? It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. With that deception.
I just don't know. Don't know how.
Well, I think World War III is coming first. I think that's the way they do it.
Well, where do you think the epicenter of World War III is going to be? Where is it going to start, and what event's going to kick it off?
Iraq, Iran, Syria, and Jordan. I mean, that's where it's going to start.
Okay.
Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Iran. There's the Euphrates River.
Okay, so you think most of the fighting and the action is going to be over there in particular?
I think the United States.
Or like you think it'd be like World War II, where you got one front in Germany?
They're going to eliminate a lot of people real quick.
Okay, so but like you think, United States is going to have, I got drafted, I'm over fighting in the Middle East. Well, I got drafted, I'm over fighting in Africa. I got drafted, I'm over fighting in China. You think it's going to be like that? Or heck, I got drafted, and I'm stuck here in America fighting the cartels.
I think a lot of them are going to be signing up for America and staying in America to make sure America doesn't fall.
Well, yeah.
Because you're fixing to see biological weapons, pestilence.
But you say that. If something like that was to happen right now, my first instinct wouldn't be to go sign up. Now, if it gets to the point where like they're doing Russia, where they just come pick you up, like I see videos of that all the time, come pick you up, that or that, like during like the Civil War. I had I don't know, like a great grandpa or something. He got picked up by the Confederates, and his brother got picked up by the Union. And didn't have a choice. Just
kind of like the Wahlbergs at the central banks.
Yeah, but the point being is, like, if you said no, it'd be like, well, we're gonna burn your farm down, right? That's what they would do. But now, granted, I'd be like, oh, well, okay, let me go get my boots. Just hold on one second. I want to get my better boots, my good walking boots. Okay, hold on. And then they'd be like, what's taking that idiot so long? And then, I'd be just. But the point I'm saying, if something like was
You'd be tunneling out of there, wouldn't you?
I'd be just warming my way out. But the point is, if in a situation like that, my first inclination wouldn't be to join in on the National Guard or something like that. My first inclination would be to be a bushwhacker. I don't want to be compelled to go here or there. I want to stay where I go. I want to move freely.
Vigilante?
I wouldn't say vigilante. I just mean like if they're Chinamen walking around, I don't want to have to be in the military. I want to be able to hide in a bush and shoot them and then run away. Like, I know it wouldn't work like that. I'm not saying I'm tough or even good at shooting. I have an enemy at my house. 2 enemies, a squirrel and a rabbit that have been getting in my neighbor's garden. And I've watched that squirrel pick a big old pepper up, just carry it off, and I thought, ugh. And that rabbit there every day, every night at 7 o'clock. For the last 2 or 3 nights, I went out there with my little 6-shooter, 22 revolver. I take it with me everywhere when I go hiking, camping, and fishing, whatever. It's just rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting. I don't take a little rifle, just my little 6-shooter. I'm usually a pretty good shot. All right with that thing. I'm not a good shot in general. So like, war breaks out and you give me a gun, you better give me some practice because I'm not a shot. Anyway, long story short, the last 3 nights or something, I've shot at that rabbit. I hit the ground, pops up right under it. Like, I'll hit right under it every time. Same thing with that squirrel. I just can't get them. So I've got some moral enemies. But the point being is, I want to be a bushwhacker. Wouldn't you rather do that?
If you can't kill a squirrel or a rabbit, I don't think.
Well, but the thing is, my first. But listen to this. My first thought was, well, I hit right under that rabbit, like literally an inch. So if that was a person, surely. You're
aiming for his heart, you might get his liver.
Well, I'm saying I don't even know where the heart is, because in the moment I wouldn't be thinking. I'd be thinking, is he turned around left? Is he turned around? I'd be thinking. Where's my heart at?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm serious.
You'd already be dead.
Well, if I'm in a bush, you don't know. But
Doc Holliday ain't in the same category.
But I'm just saying that's what I'd be thinking. Like, which side of his heart on? Okay.
It's middle left. Which one's my left? Which way's my right?
That's what would be happening.
I'm going to shoot him right between
I think
the eyes, and you hit him in the lip.
I think my best role in a combat situation would either be
deputy dog.
No, deputy, I don't know what that means, but just the guy who, hey, can you go give this letter to this guy? You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
I have my best friend that passed away in 2021. He got drafted to Vietnam. He wouldn't have lasted a day over there, and they sent him to Europe. He ended up with being the secretary for the general in the European.
Lucky him.
He's typing letters and doing the accounting.
Well, no, I just mean if I actually had to be out there, I mean like from one base, communications are down. We got to get orders from this place to this place. I'd rather be the guy who's like, okay, well, I got to run from this place to that place.
I loved
that'd be what I'd want to do.
Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam.
Never seen it.
Just a phenomenal show.
Never seen it.
But anyway, that's you're.
Give me my little 6-shooter and I'll be on my way with the message.
I can't kill a rabbit or a squirrel, but I'm gonna take care of the bushwhacking.
No, but the thing is, if I had to run with my little 6-shooter and like man popped up, I could point and shoot. I can point and shoot, no problem. But I just mean if I'm
just told the world you were a bad shot.
Well, now I'm shooting a rabbit with a 6-inch pistol, 50 yards away.
Well, that's impressive to me. If he's not moving, if you can, Ty Cobb used to, he used to shoot a move.
Well, but I'm saying to hit right under. I'm mad I didn't kill it.
One of the best baseball players ever in history.
Well, I'm just saying I could get a person just running along with a little,
If your heart wasn't pumping so bad because you'd be so nervy.
Well, I don't know.
Have you ever pointed a gun at a person with
the
intent to
no, of course
harm
not.
them?
Of course not.
You don't know how that's going to feel.
Well, no,
the people that have those reps that do that consistently,
yes.
They feel a lot more comfortable.
Well, and that's why they send you through basic training.
Absolutely. So
that's why I send you
and
through
even basic training is not near enough.
No.
It's just basic.
Well, and I hear like in the Ukraine, Russia stuff, like they don't give you very long before they send you on those front lines. Like some of
They're
them,
losing, and they're massacring both sides
well, some of them
for
said,
no reason.
I know, and some of them said like 2 weeks, as quick as 2 weeks or less. Imagine you're just a normal guy beat bopping with your friends, and then they come pick you up, and you're like, what? Next thing you know, you're on the front lines thinking, what in the world? How did I end up here?
Man, do you know that the USSR?
How did I end up here?
They all this mafia and Russians things over there. These people have forgotten that Russia at one point knew how to fight, and
Yeah.
And these Eastern European countries that they've split off from.
Well, they were the real enemy.
They're not scared of.
They were the real enemy in World War II.
You're right, but nobody would believe that because of Hitler and the Holocaust. But that's okay.
Yeah. Well, the guy who literally was the Allied commander of the Allied forces said that same thing. Hey, we were on the wrong side, and then no, I'm not giving any credence to the other side.
All they did
but,
was do the propaganda with the
yeah.
Cold War after
I know
World War
it,
II.
but
They
then
just switched to that gum enemies.
What's crazy is then
and
Patton died 6 months later in a suspicious car wreck.
Again, I like George Patton, so if you don't like him, again,
No, me?
yeah, I don't
No,
know
I'm
if you
saying-
like him or not. I never know, so I'm just telling you. I
No,
like
I'm saying they killed him, man, because he
That's-
said the
that's been
Soviets.
rumored.
They said the Soviets were the real enemies, and they killed him, whacked him.
That's been rumored.
I don't know, man.
I don't have any idea about that, but I didn't believe in Bigfoot, UFOs, weather manipulation a year ago, and now all of a sudden I'm a real.
Well, you got to be real touchy because the second you start saying stuff like that, people say, "Oh, you love the Nazis? You're a Nazi?" It's like, no.
It has nothing to do with the Nazis. Just like people talking about the Jews are going to continue to be hated by the whole world. They're going to give plenty of opportunities and reasons for people
Well,
to
and
hate
what's
them.
funny is the situations where you just say like this, man, I feel like there's a global cabal of people who are pulling the strings in the world and are overrepresented in a lot of the world's top industries. The second you say something that ambiguous, oh, you're an anti-Semite. Wait, what do you
Some are
say?
when they say that.
But
Some aren't.
yeah, but it's just like you get the what are you saying, Mister Guy who just automatically knows the things that I'm saying are true, or it's like I saw like because they say, well, if you say the Jews control the media, you're an anti-Semite. Well, this was involving sports or something. I need to find you the clip on some interview with a guy, and there's a Jew, and he said something like, well, how come there's not very many Jews in professional sports? And he said, well, I don't let that hurt my feelings because we're too busy. We're the guys who own the teams and running the show.
There you go.
But the point being was, he said, we don't. He essentially said, yeah, we're at the top because we want to pull the strings, not giving credence to the idea that they do this on purpose and they know it. But if you recognize it, then you're an anti-Semite.
Sandy Koufax. Folks, thank you for joining in today.
Yes.
I appreciate the opportunity to do business with you with Manly Mark. He'll
As
be here
always.
at 12 noon with the Midday Madness with Manly Mark. And tonight I'll be back on a Friday night with Night
Yeah,
with
those
Phee.
Friday nights with Phee are usually special.
They are.
Well, you get into whether or not you want to do a long show or not. Maybe your Friday nights need to be your specifically long nights. But I don't know. Something to think about.
I think it's just they see it live, and then you've got Saturday, which they're off, and Sunday. And those Friday night shows and Thursday night shows gain traction. But those Tuesday and Wednesday ones, they don't.
Understandable.
Through the middle of the week, and I don't know whether it's the
Understandable.
algorithm or whether it's people's busy. But either way, we're going to keep making them because we're building a library of content to where there's not anybody going to say we did not put it out there.
No, we didn't
Let
say
them
this
know
or we
what
didn't
was
say
gonna
that.
happen.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you guys for joining in, and we'll see you guys at noon today with Manly Mark.
Yeah, see you then.